Hey, what is up, you guys? It's Justin. Before I do get started, I wanted to thank you guys for making me a part of your day. This video, I'm going to be playing Marvel Rivals. I'm going to be using Hela, which I believe that is how it's pronounced. I have no idea what the superhero's like lore or anything like that is, but I do know it has to do with Thor and Loki because there is a super team-up ability with both Thor and Loki. So we're doing the it's like domination. So here's how this works, okay? I actually do believe it's called domination, but you have a center point, right? And your team has to capture this point. And once you actually capture the point, then your meter goes up. So as you can see right now, it's red, right? So they've actually captured the point. The red's going up 12, 13 right there, 14, 15. So they have the point, right? The first person to 100 wins the point, and then we move to a different part of the level. So then it's going to be, there's basically 3 rounds, best 2 out of 3. So most times you can get 2 if you just win really quick. I think in this game we actually play 3, so I thought this would be a pretty good gameplay to show you guys, because when I showed you guys the Punisher one, it was kind of just one-sided the entire time. So as you can see right now, we've flipped the point and we've actually acquired the point. So that's why you can see the blue meter going 9, 10, 11, 12, and so on. All right, so we'll talk about Hela, the hero in this. I'm assuming she's a bad guy, so a bad girl, I guess. But her tier, so in Marvel Rivals, you can go to the website, and it kind of has all the data for how many heroes are used, particularly in casual and competitive. Once again, this is a quick play match. This is casual. This is the most, so this is not, I'm not the authority on this. Call of Duty, I definitely have an opinion on a lot of things. Marvel Rivals, I'm kind of just getting used to it, all right? So Hela is definitely S tier. The reason being is that her main weapon, so the Punisher had basically a full auto assault rifle. Hela has these daggers. So as you can see on the bottom where it says like 0 through 8 right there, and then I have to reload it, and then I'm 8 out of 8. She gets 8 daggers, so it's basically like a semi-auto. It's not semi-auto because you can just hold the trigger, but it's a semi-auto hit scan. So that's another thing in Marvel Rivals you got to take into consideration. There are heroes that have what is called hit scan. So hit scan is basically, if you play Call of Duty, most weapons in multiplayer, in fact, I can almost say this with 100% certainty, are hit scan because there's not enough distance for the project. So what it means is that when you're playing Call of Duty, well, okay, I'll preface this by saying I do know that projectiles do come out, but in the old Call of Duties, projectiles are not actually coming out of your gun and hitting the other person, right? It's wherever you're aiming at. When you pull the trigger, it's instantly there. So if your aim is on their head and you push the trigger, it immediately hits that. So there's no travel time for the bullet. Okay. Now in the newer Call of Duties, it is a little bit different, but it's even that is a little bit different as well because there is bullet drop, but it's not in the traditional sense of a projectile coming out of your gun. It's like from the maximum distance, like 100 meters, it is hit scan, but then it kind of drops, so it doesn't shoot out like a projectile perfectly. It shoots like a straight line and then drops. So, but you don't need to worry about that in this game. Hela does have a hit scan projectile, so that already makes it a little bit easier if you're trying to play. She is clearly, she's very powerful. It's like when I play as Hela, it's very easy. I just don't like the way her character looks. I kind of like the Punisher and his look, and I like all the other fun characters you can be. But Hela definitely is S tier by the amount of damage that she can put downrange. Like I think you can one shot certain support characters with Hela. The other weapon she has, if you look on the bottom, the L bumper is you basically turn into a bird, which I don't ever use. The R bumper is going to be kind of like a stun move, which a lot of people or a lot of heroes do have that move. I just don't like cooldown because you got to let them cool down. And then the L trigger, even her L trigger move is kind of like it's a dagger, but it has to load up and it shoots like 5 daggers at the person. Okay. The team up, I didn't really get a chance to do that, but what happens if I'm using Thor or Loki or on the team? Every time, I think if I kill somebody with the final hit, which that's an important stat too, which we won't get into that today. The final hit, I think I give bonus health or bonus damage to Thor and or Loki. So if they need healing, they automatically get healed. And then if they don't need healing, I think they actually get bonus damage. So I'm unsure on that, but that's basically the passive on there. So as you can see, like from here, I can hit from pretty far away like it's a gun. All right. The only kind of weird thing is that it seems to have like a wind up. So if you play Call of Duty, some of the LMGs, they have what's called a delayed bolt. So like some of the MGs do this. So if you're using, and I know that Mini Uzi from Modern Warfare 2 had this too. It was like when you push the trigger, there was like a 50 millisecond delay, so it didn't actually shoot right away. So a lot of people have a weird time with Hela when they're shooting. There's actually like a wind up. I don't know, like if you look at it right here, when I start shooting, I am preparing for a minor wind up. So that it may be. Oh, actually, here's a better one. So her ultimate, you get to fly up in the sky, right? And you just throw down these bombs, basically like AC-130, right? Bombs right here, and it just clears out the point. It's area of attack damage too, so you can get splash damage on that, and it's very powerful. So she is like the perfect character for like maybe not a beginner, but kind of getting into intermediate, right? And here's Jeff. I actually like Jeff because I think he's cute. He's like a little, I don't know how to explain it. He's a shark, but he's a dog, and he can talk too, which is kind of weird. I don't know anything about him in the comic book sense, so it's kind of funny. But he's pretty fun to play as well. But I don't use him a lot because I'm usually the guy that's putting damage per second downrange. All right, so that's most of the gameplay right there. You can kind of enjoy that. I think in this one, the reason why I wanted to post this was not because of the numbers or the score. It was because that we were actually getting kind of challenged on this, and you can kind of see the point and the flow of the game. So we won the first round, and then the second round is over here, and it's I don't know what the name of it is, so it's called Stellar Spaceport, right? So now you can see either the players got swapped out or they're actually really trying to play now. So when you're playing as Hela, try to hang back, and you're kind of like a sniper, almost mid-range player, like an assault rifle player, and that's kind of how you use Hela right there. All right, so that'll be enough about the gameplay. I'll kind of talk about what I want to do with the channel. This is kind of, you're gonna think this is hilarious. So when I used to make videos, like the very first videos, I think it was when Black Ops, the first one, came out. So that had to have been like 2010, which is like almost 15 years ago. So I did my first HD videos on it was a MacBook. I don't even know if that was called, MacBook, but it was like the plastic thick one. So it had like a DVD drive and all these ports in it. And it would take me forever so when I put a video into the project, that would take like an hour. So a 10-minute video just to put it, so I had to put it in, go do something else, come back. And then when I rendered the video, that could take, if I had a 10-minute video, it could take 4 to 6 hours to render that before I uploaded it to YouTube, which would take another, couple hours. Now, 15 years later, I can just drop the video into the project, and I thought something was wrong because it would say like 7.3, or it would say like 10.4 M on it, right? So I thought it was saving it as 10.4 megabytes, which is why it was so fast. But that's actually the minutes that it's showing. So I instantly dropped this. I instantly record it, and rendering takes probably, I would say, less than 5 minutes, which is crazy. And uploading is really fast too. So something that would take me like an entire day, way back in the day, is now taking, as fast as I can make. I'm probably spending more time creating the commentary than it's going to take to render and upload it, which is kind of crazy to think about. So I think my output is going to be pretty fast. Ideally, what I wanted to do, so I want to play Warzone. Like, that's the only game that I really like playing, and it's the game that maybe my friends play. It's the most fun I had, but Warzone right now is kind of broken, so really bummed out about that. I tried to get you guys some Black Ops 6 gameplay, so I just threw it on Nuketown 24/7. I was like, I'll drop 100 easy on these guys, and I could not. It's just a different time, man. I can't do it anymore. I can definitely do it if I played all day, right? But the difficulty with that is that it's the quality of the experience is lacking. The type of people that still play Call of Duty are not the most fun to play around. So like Marvel Rivals, only reason I'm playing it is because I can guarantee there's going to be action. Like, we might get our ass kicked, but there's going to be definite action because there's basically points and objectives that you're going to be doing. Okay, so I know that there's going to be action pushed every single time, so that's why I like this game. So it's very easy for me. Like, I can play 3 games in probably less than 15 minutes and get a gameplay easy, right? Call of Duty is just right now, I can't do it without anybody playing with me, and my friends or my friend group, they just don't play video games anymore, so it's difficult to do that. Ideally, what I would like to do is to stream. I'm really trying hard to say basically, I say that all the time, is to stream Warzone and to stream and kind of interact live. I kind of thought, well, since I can't really do that right now, I can do it with the technology that I have, like the computer. I got a pretty good rig. It's not specifically made for, you know, doing all this stuff, but it is pretty quick. So I have all that. But I wanted to stream. I wanted to do Call of Duty, but maybe the more I play it, it's going to be a long weekend this weekend, so maybe I can get you guys some pretty cool gameplay and kind of commentary on that. But once again, the game's going to wrap up here. We did end up winning. I don't know what my final score is, 24-4 and so on. So I put a lot of damage if it shows up there. I think it was most damage on the team and least damage taken. Pretty decent numbers. But once again, if you're watching these and enjoying these and you've been since the beginning, or even if you're new, just thank you for spending 10 minutes with me. And I'll try to put some more content up for you guys. And I've been Justin. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.